Welcome back to First Take. We go back to the NFL. Not quite the divisional clash we hope for, as the Seahawks completely dismantled the Niners in Seattle 41-6. Kenneth Walker III at 116 yards and 3 touchdowns. Then an epic clash. Yes, we're unable to carry that magic into overtime as Caleb Williams threw that interception. The Rams were able to turn that into 3 points. Crazy. So the Seahawks will host the Rams in the NFC Championship, their third playoff matchup against each other all time. These two teams split the season series this season. Seattle opened as early 2.5-point favorites, as according to DraftKings Sportsbook. Okay, so Seattle early 2.5-point favorites. What chance do we give the Rams now against Seattle?
I'm giving it 50-50. I want to state that for the record. I've been on the Rams bandwagon for a lot, for the second half of this season. I believe in Matthew Stafford. I believe in Puka Nacua. I believe in Devontae Adams. I believe in Kyron Woods. I believe in the crew, okay? And defensively, they could get to the quarterback. Now, I know that Seattle, their defense is elite. Sam Darnold, let's stand down and give the brother credit. I'm going to give him some love. You know what I'm saying? He showed up in the playoffs. Didn't look bad at all. But those weren't the Rams he was playing against. We all know what his kryptonite has been. It has been when he goes against the Rams, okay? I think we had about 6 turnovers. Was it 6 turnovers in 2 games, if I remember correctly?
Yep.
I mean, that can't happen next weekend. That can't happen. Now, is Sam Darnold going to show up and play the way he's capable of playing against the Los Angeles Rams with Matthew Stafford on the other side of the ball? I got to see it to believe it. I'm giving the Rams a 50-50 shot. And by the way, as an aside, we're talking about that great play Caleb Williams made, and it was great. It was phenomenal, scrambling from the 14 to the 40-yard line before he threw the touchdown pass. Nobody has asked this question. How the hell was Komet that open? I just how? I understand it was a great play by Caleb Williams. How was he
from Durant.
You really?
He disengaged.
Did you see how many feet he was away from?
1 yards of offense in Seattle that game. It's the most any team has put up yards-wise the entire season over any opponent. First team in NFL history to lose after scoring 500 yards and having a 3+ turnover margin. McVay yesterday in his press conference, I thought, was incredible after the game. He said that those guys saved me. I didn't call my best game.
Yeah, he didn't.
I was out of my mind. I did not call the best game, and the defense saved us, and then Devontae saved us. Stafford, Mevis, the kicker, they figured it out. Sean McVay doesn't have 2 bad games in a row. So do the Rams have a chance? Yes. We've got to make picks this week. I might take the Rams, and that's nothing against the Seahawks, who are dominant against the 49ers and are traditionally dominant in the playoffs at home. But look at what the Rams are doing on the road here. It seems like they're a team on a mission, and they are not scared of the Seattle Seahawks. They beat them once, and in their heads, they should have beat them twice.
The Rams are the underdog, and they should be. And if the Rams play like they've played since the second half of the second Seahawks matchup, the Rams will be home this week. Matthew Stafford hasn't been the MVP caliber player he was early on in this season. The back end of this defense hasn't played at as high as a level as we saw them at points this season. And the front four hasn't wrecked games the way we saw it early on in this season. And with saying all that, the best games we've seen them play this year offensively, for sure, are against the Seattle Seahawks. The way they ran the football early on with Kyron Williams, then made the adjustment to go to the pass in game 1. Also defensively, turning over Sam Darnold 4 times. This game is going to be highly competitive. And to me, when this game gets highly competitive, do you believe in Matthew Stafford more than you believe in Sam Darnold? That's going to be the question. This won't be a blowout. You're not playing a depleted San Francisco 49ers team. Brock Purdy isn't going to have to run around. Matthew Stafford isn't going to have to do that. It's going to be about timing. It's going to be about running the ball. And when pressure is on Sam Darnold, can he make the right decisions? Kenneth Walker III has to play a large role for Seattle, as he has been. If he doesn't get off, this game's going to get tight.
Are we tripping? Are we watching the same game? Are we critiquing the same type of teams? Because the last time we seen, and the last time that we seen, the Los Angeles Rams play a Sam Darnold-led team. Choke.
Oh, I didn't know what that was.
I wasn't in. I was like, does he need
I didn't know if he was coughing the ball up. I didn't know if
it was a lot of coughing.
I didn't know if you was all right.
That's cool. Coughing the ball up and turnovers. 7 of them. Sam Darnold when playing the Los Angeles Rams. Now, when you start to think, yes, is Matthew Stafford playing at an EVP caliber level? I would say so. I seen that firsthand in Carolina. Did you see the situation in Chicago? He has been what he needed to be for his team to at least have a chance and ultimately win it. When you think about the nemesis or the thorn in the side for Sam Darnold, it has been nobody else but the Los Angeles Rams. So why not give them the edge over this game? This team is bumping at a high level. They might as well call themselves road warriors because of what they've been able to do on the road this year. They've been the team that has went in your trap and took over your trap. Are you okay, Mr. Ratcher? Because
Cam Newton, the first game they played a team with a losing record and gave up 31 points.
Find a way to win, brother. That's what it's all about. They advance.
One thing I want to say. Sam Darnold, against every other team in the National Football League over the last 2 seasons, 28-4 with a 103 passer rating. Against the Los Angeles Rams, 1-3.
Come on, bro.
78 passer rating. I'm just saying.
These two teams split the regular season with the Rams scoring 58 points, the Seahawks scoring 57. We know it'll be a close game here in the NFC Championship game. Coming up after the break, though,
And I'm going to talk about the Rams for sure. I think, like, I've liked, Caleb from the Chrome Heart suit at the draft. Like, I liked his draft process. I liked everything about that. I haven't been in Chicago all season, though, with him this second year. And truly the effect he has had on this city is, like, bananas. A city that is slow to move, deeply rooted in, like, whatever their traditional culture. He's such a game changer. It's beyond in how the fans embrace him, how the energy changes. And how in the fourth quarter, there was no disbelief from me or anybody in that stadium that they could not get that done. That throw, I mean, maybe the offensive line didn't believe, and we'll get to that in a minute. But, like, what he has done to this city in exercising some sort of we can't get it done into it's right there. It's complicated for Chicago because, did you overshoot your shot and now you're reeling a little bit, and it's where do we go from here? Do we become what the Texans became that year after C.J. Stroud was so successful for them in a bright spot? I don't believe that to be the truth. I think they're set up for more success. They'll add maybe some more pieces. Like, can you be disappointed in the end of the season? Yes, because, like, you could have won that game yesterday. You were now outmatched. You were not everyone saying, like, they outperformed. They whatever every week they're winning games they shouldn't win. Like, they should have won that game yesterday. That game was theirs to have, and now it's the Rams. It was so heartbreaking. I've never been to any stadium and any sports experience in my life where it has been so quiet in the fourth quarter in a great way, and in overtime in a great way, letting Caleb work. And then when the loss happened, I've never heard a stadium so quiet. I could not find a Rams fan, and it's credit to the Rams that they went in there and did that cold whatever. Like, they did that with no support. I mean, I'm sure there were. I really did not see a Rams fan. I'm not joking. As I'm sure you saw on the broadcast. With Chicago, just like sort of like it was so heartbreaking and quiet. But I was happy to see Bears fans stuck around. It's so freaking cold. It's misery. And they gave, like, a round of applause. Like, they gave an ovation to the team, which I thought was very classy. And this fan base is not always classy. So it was great to see the show of support and appreciation. And I think the words that Caleb used in his post-game presser were really poignant. He said he feels a fire. He's upset, of course. Oh, there's my coffee. He's upset, of course, but he also, there's like a feeling of excitement, he used the word, and hope. I'm going to have to take a break. Hammy, will you... I literally told him not to knock. Cam, can you come back for 1 second? What did you tell me about the broadcast part of it while I just run and grab a car? I'm sorry, this is, like, so unprofessional of me. Go for it.
But yeah, I think there is, and it was just one of the most unbelievable. We thought last week the 4th and 8 was one of the most unbelievable things we've seen, and then he does that, and it sucks that it gets buried because they didn't win the game. But that's still, I mean,
I think because of the coach, and really just I don't think it's the coach. I think it's Caleb. Because of Caleb. These young receivers, Colston's going to get some veteran moments. He learned real quick, rookie, what it's like in these big games. So he'll have that, and then Ryan Poles will figure it out. For the Rams, like, what a win. What a win. I've called them annoyingly perfect. They're creme brulee. If anybody's ever seen the movie My Best Friend's Wedding, Dermot Mulroney, my biggest crush ever, describes, or there's a place where Julia Roberts and Cameron Diaz are talking about each other, and Julia Roberts says that Cameron Diaz is creme brulee. You're perfect. She goes, I'm Jello, whatever. They're creme brulee. I prefer Jello. Do you know what I'm saying? They're this like perfect polish. They do it all the right way. Yesterday they got real cute with it. There were like doilies. There were like a lot of things going on with this team. But in doing that, they got cute in a nasty game, which makes me think they'll win the Super Bowl again. With games lately, they've scored under 30 points twice in their last 8. 2-month span, okay? That's a 2-month span. And they lost both of them. This team found a way to get it done anyway. And this is a huge credit to the defense. Cam Curl, perfect time. Kobe Durant, saw him pregame. They all looked calm and comfortable, and they liked what they were going into. They didn't have a friend in the place. They did not have a friend in the place and made these game-changing plays. So huge credit to Kyron. He never gets enough credit, ever. 117 total yards, 2 scores for him. Loved seeing that. And who do they have? I mean, they get Seattle round 3. And that's going to be a slugfest too, I bet, right? The way the defense is playing. If they can get past those Seahawks, you got to think it's smooth sailing for them up against the Patriots or the Broncos. I don't know. They don't rely on Stafford lighting it up, and they don't have to. Like they can kind of. They took the question mark out of Stafford. They have. Short break here. We're going to get into, of course, the other side of things. We got the USA Today says Broncos are NFL's kings of drama over here. Apparently, there's a college game on tonight. Don't know anything about it.